Do you remember the 80s? Do you remember the 50s? Do you remember how in the 80s we used to remember the 50s? Or do you remember Back to the Future, Robert Zemeckis' madcap romp through time in Hill Valley, California? Back to the Future is the story of Marty McFly, played by the irrepressibly energetic Michael J. Fox. Now, Fox is an actor who has the uncanny ability to be irritating and charming at the same time, and that's certainly the case here.
I'm from the future.
Fleeing from Libyan terrorists in a DeLorean time machine designed by a wonderfully wacky Christopher Lloyd, Marty finds himself flung back into Hill Valley circa 1955. Marty disrupts the all-important time continuum, which has the effect of derailing his parents' incipient courtship, and he has to bring them back together and get himself back to the future. The movie is fast-moving and very funny, and Zemeckis has a remarkable ability to take a preposterous premise and turn it into a finely tuned farcical machine. He has a brilliant ear for pop idioms and a sharp eye for period detail.
Very funny. You guys are being real mature.
This is true not only of the 50s with its A-line skirts and soda fountains, but also of the mall rat skateboard riding 1980s, a time that we now look back on with a certain hazy, fond nostalgia.
Don't need money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train.
The idea that you could go back to the past and change the course of events is, of course, logically nonsensical, but it's endlessly seductive and full of narrative possibilities. So much so that Zemeckis went Back to the Future 2 more times with popular sequels. But here, Marty's predicament raises especially intense and interesting psychological and existential themes.
Safe and sound now, back in good old 1955.
1955? You're my mom.
Back to the Future presents an Oedipal drama in reverse. Marty must prevent his mother, played by the charming Leah Thompson, from falling in love with him.
I gotta go.
And what's more, he must make a man out of his hapless father, played by the uniquely strange and brilliant Crispin Glover.
I'm George McFly. I'm your density.
To do this, he must transport his ideas of old-fashioned chivalry back into the 50s from the 80s. And if he fails, he'll cease to exist.
I think you got the wrong car, McFly.
George, help me, please.
Just turn around, McFly, and walk away.
The film's most astonishing and radical gambit is in its complete reversal of cause and effect.
Well, Marty, I want to thank you for all your good advice. I'll never forget it.
The present is what creates the past. A boy introduces his parents, bringing about his own creation.
Who is that guy?
The past is wide open, and the present is fixed.
What about all that talk about screwing up future events, the space-time continuum?
Well, I figured, what the hell?